Warning: the following content may not be suited for younger or sensitive audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Fuck you, Craig.
Yay.
Hi, Craig. Hello, Craig.
Okay,
Hello,
that is
Craig.
everyone.
Max, you are a homosexual.
Cameron, I'm behind you.
Gun.
Anyway, who would like to recap?
What was that?
That was me
Recap.
having indigestion issues
Hang on.
Nice.
hang on,
midway
hang
through
on.
speaking.
I would like to Yes, I would like to recap.
I'd like to read. I can read. Go for it. Do it.
Okay, so yeah, we started session. We crossed the river, and we found this statue. Apparently, we were lied to by the spell. Not Asher's fault, I guess. We couldn't find the place where the wraith died at. Sorry, I was burping a bit. Then I don't know who, probably the Rising Dawn or whatever the fuck their name is, Gathering Dawn. Oh yeah, Gathering Dawn. Yeah. They were probably chasing us. We came across beings of light that were from the underworld. They also controlled us a little bit. Dimitri dive bombed out of the sky like twice. Could have broken his neck. I'm surprised Max didn't let that happen. Thank you, by the way.
I thought about it.
The most he would do, he's just like, and snap that back in place. We fought a bit, and then before the Gathering Dawn could encroach on us, Argyle, is that his name?
Yes.
Argyle is like, I'm just gonna open up a portal and we're just gonna slide in, and then we're in the void, and Kirsten's like, wait, I'm not allowed in the void.
I'm
Is that-
home.
Good job.
That's a bad
So-
idea.
If you already have a DM inspiration, or you may take the DM
Fine.
inspiration unless you already have one.
Fine.
Okay. So, let's go.
Cargo loading.
Let's. Anyway,
Max, can I say Astral did something just before we left?
sure. What's that?
I want to cast Control Weather to make it rain on the floor so it doesn't stay on fire.
Okay, that's fair enough.
cur-
I will let you do that.
It's currently on
Aw.
fire, so he feels
Oh,
bad. So
So,
that's all good for me. So we're good to move on.
as you guys enter this portal, it kind of feels like. It feels weird as you enter this portal, like you're walking through some, like, it feels like you're walking through Jello at first. And finally, you reach the other side. And on the other side, you find yourself. Well, I need everyone to roll a 1d6.
Oh no!
I lied, a 1d3. Everyone roll a 1d3.
I feel like that's worse.
I feel like I know what this is for.
I feel like there's no good options here, so it's
Oh wait,
like
shit! Hang on, I rolled in the wrong chat. Hang on, let me roll again.
3.
Me roll in the wrong chat. There we go. My
2
bad.
for
That's-
1.
That's funny.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, he's counting.
Cameron at Trey, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Which one of you fuckers didn't roll? 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mind. No one ever
I
rolled.
can't help it. I guess it comes out of nowhere every time.
It's called a hiccup. They come out of nowhere.
I just don't expect it.
Okay. So,
Fucking dick.
as you come out on the other side, Idris, you emerge in the forest outside your home. But not the home in Silent Wind.
Is this like Skyrim where you
Your
have
old village.
Oh.
One that you have not been to in a very, very, very long time. Mostly because it was completely decimated.
Just me?
Just you.
Should we be deafened for this?
No.
Okay. Just wanna be sure.
That's just like
No,
so
he
weird.
wants us to hear the suffering.
Can I look back to where the portal is to see like who else came out, like, or if it's
There's no
closed or...
portal. It's just you in a forest. Outside
just-
your old village.
Why me?
A place you barely remember, by the way. I mean, this was the
Yeah.
place
First
where you were
era.
born and... Place you did not linger very long.
And it's
You're
just
all
like, is the entire village actually there and not
I
like
mean,
destroyed or...
you recognize this forest. You know that it seems to be intact because the forest hasn't been scorched yet, and you can faintly hear the sounds of people interacting in the distance.
Well, there ain't any other way except forward. Could I don't think I'd have a way to contact Syl.
You do not.
I don't. I don't have a way to contact anybody.
Remember necklace though.
Yeah, because I would want to look at the necklace and... Does it show where Zill's location is?
Um, it does not because you are not on the material plane.
Oof.
What's this witchcraft?
Have fun with that, Zill. Anyways, I guess I will walk forward to where I'm hearing the commotion.
After a couple minutes of walking, you see your village. You see the lovely old, dog folk or the lovely old woman who seem to be kind of like a... What is the dog I'm looking for? A
Pug.
cavalier.
Never mind.
Oh.
Dog, whatever those are. She seems to be kind of like one of those dogs. She's a bit smaller, like a medium-sized. And you remember that she ran a bakery. You can't quite remember or recall her name just because it's been so long. But as you look around, you see more and more familiar faces.
Is there, like, anything, like, maybe a gut feeling of, like, saying where I should go, or...
Not really.
Okay.
Free roam activated.
Free roam activated. Anyways, I leave. No, you just would probably walk into more of the village to kind of, like, I guess, look around to see if he can notice anything, or, like, I guess see if there's anything that is, like, sticking out that he should investigate, if that makes sense. Trying to figure
As
out if
you
there's a
are
way out.
walking around and, just checking things out, you suddenly feel someone, run up and, wrap their arms around your shoulder, or their arm around your shoulder, and you hear, Idris, what happened to you?
Oh no.
You're just going to look at who called for him and like who's hugging him.
It is a much younger Acroza.
Oh no, it's worse than I thought.
um, you're just going to look at him and go, Croza?
Yeah. Why are you, like, old?
I'm sorry.
You are my
That broke
brother, right?
character. I'm sorry, that broke character for me. One sec.
Why are
You
you,
just would.
old?
Why are you old? You just would kind
Everyone
of like.
talking to Idris ever.
Yeah. You just would kind of pull away and like look at him, and he'd go, "Yes, I am your brother. I'm just not the brother of this time. I'm not certain what's going on."
I thought you didn't like time travel.
Are you on drugs again?
I don't.
So what are you doing here?
Did the point of I don't know just cross your head?
Not particular.
Essentially, there was a situation in which I had to travel through the void, and I am here now.
Ah, well,
When even is this? Like, looking upon Akroza, can I guess how old I would have been since we're twins?
like, the equivalent of 17.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, that's young. Um, he's gonna just go, where am I currently in this time?
Uh, well, you did, like, leave with, a couple friends of yours this morning.
Do you know which ones?
No. You think I pay attention to your friends?
ouch.
I pay
But,
attention to my friends.
Oh,
That explains a lot. And Edith, like, I'll be honest, Edith is just gonna, like, pinch the bridge of his nose in a way and just take out, like, just huff. And, fuck, I don't know what to do. Um, would I know, would I have any recollection of what friends it was back then? Like, could I make a history check?
Sure.
Uh,
imagine
Press
rolling. You see which friends it was. Couldn't be me.
I have a lot of friends. S and 18.
That
You
is
remember
not.
Lamkova?
Oh. So that was when I was friends with Lamkova. Okay. Would I know where we were traveling? Or like what happened after?
No, because this wasn't like a big trip. This was just like a little. I'm gonna go on an expedition and look for stuff to. Like, I'm gonna hang out and do teenager things with a group of friends.
Makes sense.
They went to
Was there anything significant around this time that happened in the village?
About a year into the future, a boat docks at a nearby harbor.
Fuck you, Max.
I know the
Since
boat,
no one
right?
else is saying it, no one else is, I'll say it.
I didn't even know what that could have meant. Then I can go fuck you. Anyways, I'm
I
just gonna.
know what it means, I believe. Anyways, Idris is just, I don't know what to do. Fuck. I guess Idris would probably nod and just, like, to Akroza and just go, I'm going to look around more, see if there's something else.
And like Akroza kind of like releases you, and he pats your back and says, "Right, don't fall." I don't know if anyone will be around to help you get up.
Considering last session how I fucking fell, you're just gonna look at him and just go, don't worry, I'll make sure to tell your future self that as well. And he's just going to walk off.
And we're gonna move on to the next person, and we'll get back to you. Zil and Astral.
1 second. You're gonna have to give me a second. I'm on a phone call.
Okay, never
Sorry.
mind.
Oh, wait.
You're good.
Wait, she'll call me back. Never mind. Sorry, I was talking to my mom. What you got? What's going on?
So you guys pop out on the other side of the portal,
Mhm.
and you find yourself in a village. Very, very small village. It's barely a village at that. It's more like a Passover town.
Is it Passover?
Is it crossover? Is this is it the town crossover that we fucking what was her name? Dumped. I already forgot her name. The artificer, the fairy.
No, this is not it.
Bluma.
Okay.
No,
Bluma,
this
that's what it
is
was.
a
Yeah.
this is a snow-covered town that seems to be.
Oh shit! No! Oh god! This is Halfling's Peak. Fuck. Okay. Like, as soon as you said snow, I'm like shit. Okay,
A
continue.
The sheer
ragged and wrecked town that has the snow is clean. The
Mhm.
wood on the buildings is dry and long since abandoned. And there's even still some dried blood hanging around. A couple corpses that were strung up on pikes that are pretty much either they're just lolled skin and bones, falling apart.
So, do we see anything else besides this?
Nope.
Okay. Astral's going to kind of like glance around and just say, "This is Halfling's Peak."
Can I do Arcana check? Max, can I do an Arcana check?
Yes, sorry, it didn't pick me up. I said sure.
Okay.
I find this to be a strange shortcut.
Nat 20.
Any magic that was here has long since dissipated. However, you are from the void. So you remember, you know that sometimes the void likes to steal things. Little
Eight
pockets.
Halfling's Peak.
It likes to steal little moments in time and memorialize them.
Can I tell with that nat 20? Can I tell like what moment of time it is?
Is this just
Roughly.
before we left?
This is present day.
Oh. And like, like Astral says, like, oh, nobody ever came back here.
The void took it.
I like to say it didn't take like
It
the
didn't, like, it
actual
didn't
place. It took a
physically,
moment.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just, like,
No, Zill knows that. That's what she means.
it's kind of like a picture.
Yeah.
So Astral just says, This is a strange phenomenon. Not a good one either.
Mm. I'm assuming the rest of the party also got separated into little pockets like this.
Probably.
Max, would I know any way out of this? Just like from history?
Just
'Cause I-
keeping forward.
Okay. Zill's gonna just like nod forward and go, we should keep going. The only way out is through. It's one of those.
Very well. I'm not happy about it, but I suppose that's not really the issue at the moment. And Astra's going to start following Zill. And he's just kind of looking around at, like, everything that happened here. He's like, it's strange. We all met in this town.
I forgot this is where we met.
We were all different people back then.
Feels like a million years ago.
Yeah, well, like,
It
yeah,
actually
it does because it's been like in real life almost 2 years. So
Yeah.
In
so,
game,
like,
a year.
yeah,
In game,
well, like,
almost
yeah,
2 years too, actually.
yeah. And Asher just says, it feels like it's been so long since we've been back here. A lot of us have changed.
Kino's dead.
I am now
We're all
reminded
dead.
of who I was back then.
Zill's just gonna keep walking and not really comment on it.
He's been walking the whole time. Like he's still
Well,
following.
yeah, but
so,
I'm just mean
yeah.
like she's just not really gonna comment on it.
He's just like, I do wonder if the Valkyries were ever real.
Valkyries themselves are real, but we were lied to.
Can I have you guys roll a perception check?
Ooh,
Yes, you
ooh, a
can.
perception.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Why did you say
Ah!
it like
Hey, one second. I'm gonna do this because I want.
Oh.
Oh no,
Oh,
we're too distracted by the carnage.
yeah.
Let me roll here real quick.
Angst. We're
Oh,
distracted by
25. Yeah,
angst.
25.
As you're looking around and you're taking this in and you're continuing on, you see a glimpse of yellow. Bright, bright yellow.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Uh,
Oh, fuck.
shit, fuck, shit, fuck,
And
shit,
as
fuck,
you look to see what is there, you see a figure quickly trying to make their way through. And this figure is in bright yellow robes. And they seem to have a staff of some kind and a mask hiding their face.
Do they look familiar at all?
No.
Okay. So does it look that this person is actually physically here, like with us?
Yes, it does seem to be that way because they're leaving footprints in the snow.
And Astral's going to point this person out to Zill and just say, no one has followed us in here, correct?
No, we are the only two that came out of the portal. Max, out of character, would I have any idea like what kind of creatures or things would like exist in these pockets for people?
I mean, it's hard to tell. A lot of things end up here.
This looks so fucking familiar. Oh my god. And Astra's gonna be like, should we make ourselves known? Like, is the figure looking at us?
No, it has quickly made itself non-existent.
Was it
Oh, it's
watching
just
us,
gone
or
now?
was it just also there?
It seemed to be like waiting for you to look and then it left.
Astral just says, I feel as if we're being followed.
We probably are. We are probably also being watched. There are millions of creatures in the void. We are never alone.
I
We
see.
should keep
That's
going.
both comforting and terrifying.
We should, as you said, we should move on.
We never learn if there's trees around.
We're not following the creature, Max. Fuck you. We're going. We're walking. Fuck you and
We're
whatever you
just
want to do with him.
continuing forward.
We are scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to
Okay.
Dimitri.
Oh boy, what sort of fucked up shit am I gonna say?
You pop out into a familiar warmth and smell and red decor.
Oh, oh.
You are suddenly in Shea's castle.
The ranger's like, I swear, this can't be mystery. It's too elaborate. It's too elaborate. Can I roll a perception check?
Sure.
I had a fear of that you would do this. All right, that's 19.
As you're looking around, you happen to see, like, your eyes quickly, like, look as you see this cloaked figure draped in yellow quickly go around the corner. And as you were focusing and honing in on this, you kind of are almost startled as you feel a familiar ball of fur bump into your leg.
Oh, and I turn to it.
It's Ryuji. A much younger Ryuji. A much in the days of Hell's Army Ryuji. And he
How?
seems out of breath and terrified, as if he just saw something he wasn't supposed to.
Fuck you. Hey, hey, Uji, you good?
I drank too much.
What did you drink?
Well, what I normally drink. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. That is besides the point.
What did you see?
There is a person in the basement that is chained up. I woke up in front of them.
What did they look like?
Black hair, horns, I don't know, really freaking green eyes.
I don't know who that is. If I'm being honest with you. We are typically not allowed down there. Mother has a lot of secrets that even we don't know. So why he's chained up down there, I don't know.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Rid myself of. And he's just kind of wanders off.
Just be careful. And whenever he turns down the hall, Dimitri's going to. You know, I'd prefer that rather than before I left. Yeah, and Dimitri's going to walk the halls. And he's actually going to regrow his horns because I'm pretty sure Ryuji didn't notice.
He did not. He seemed to be in too much of a tizzy.
Next.
Listen, I remember that moment. The moment from that campaign is hardwired in my head.
I know.
Anyway, As you're walking the halls, do you turn the hallway that you saw the figure go down? Because this figure was really out of place.
Oh yeah, because yellow's not really a place where you see like where it's red fucking decor. So yeah.
So as you turn, it's kind of like, you know, in a game where like you are slower than the NPC and it sits there and it waits for you. You see this figure draped in this yellow cloak and robes, and it has a staff, like a walking staff of some kind. Um, and it stares at you, again, waiting for you to catch up before it goes down a different hallway.
What do you want? Oh. Dimitri runs down the hallway. Why are you doing this?
It does not answer.
What are you?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. I guess that found that offensive. That's a 21.
So as you're walking, you quickly find yourself falling, and the castle fades away, and you are falling deeper and deeper into this black void. And eventually, you hit the ground, but because like you have your wings, you manage to slow your fall and you gracefully land. But the figure is gone. And around you, you see this stretching blackness. And in between, like a couple, like a very sparsely set up, you see these kind of almost rifts of little different points. You see a forest, you see a tundra, you see a desert, you see a village, you see a celebration of some thing. You hear this god-awful screech and the scurried panic footsteps of some big clawed beast, and multiple of them. It's all different points in time from all different dimensions.
What the fuck? And Demetrius also is just gonna break off his horns again and throws them aside. What the hell is this? The fuck? Demetrius going to touch a random one.
And your hand goes through it, and you feel. Do you know which one you touched, like a specific environment?
Can you list them off again? Because that was a lot of shit.
It was a couple. Like it was. There was a forest. During the day, there's a forest during the night. That was where the screeching, the panicked beasts, steps of the beasts, came from. There was a desert, a tundra, and a village.
I'm gonna roll a d4. I'll touch the tundra, and I'll try to go through that.
You walk through, and you are greeted by the frigid cold of a tundra.
Not the worst thing.
And as you are kind of, looking about, you feel something a bit off. All things considering, there's a couple questionable looking things, and you're kind of like, oh, this seems familiar. Especially how cold it is. Like, it is super, super fucking cold.
Am I on the road?
No. You're in the center of what looks like something that might have gone off.
Wait a minute.
Like a giant ice bomb.
Wait a
Like
minute.
magic.
Wait a minute. Dimitri wasn't alive during this point, Max. What the fuck? He wasn't even born.
You might not want to stick around for this one. You kind of have your bearings enough to know that you might be in the center of Ashiris.
This is... No, not now. Is the portal still there?
So it's not, but you can kind of see a ripple where you walked through.
Dimitri's jumping through that.
You were back in the void. Would you like to walk into another one?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do the town. Why not?
So, the village. What village and who am I gonna steal a village from?
You hit me with a double fucking whammy, man.
I wasn't expecting you to go through the tundra. Listen, I gave you an opportunity to go to a really funny moment.
Damn it. God damn it. Was it the
and
desert?
no, it was the forest at night.
What the fuck was that then? Oh.
Nothing. Screeching and scaring off timber wolves. Anyway,
He wouldn't know who that is anyways.
yeah, fair. So, you you walk into this village, and you're greeted by the sounds like of people enjoying stuff and just having a grand old time. And you kind of see people dancing in the center of the town square.
Is anyone familiar that's there?
I mean, not to you really. Like this, it seems to be night. And everyone's kind of, dancing and celebrating, and you can see strings. You can see a band playing with like a pale yellow lizard folk.
Yeah.
A triton that seems to be very big and buff. A vampire. And a changeling.
Yep. That's what I thought.
And the changeling seems to be entertaining the kids. While you see this group that kind of sticks out, and it seems like they're an adventuring group. Among this group, you see a female amethyst dragonborn. You see a human, and a very kind of brooding looking sorceress who has like a couple flames coming off of her.
She was Sapphire Max. Sorry.
Shut up! I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I remember this. Oh, fuck.
That was I meant sapphire, not amethyst.
Okay.
I was thinking because you made her purple.
She was blue.
You made her purple.
She had purple clothes.
You might be a little colorblind. Anyway,
Yo, she's getting that checked out.
So I have to think who else was there. Who else would have been there? You see a Yuan-Ti who seems kind of a little bit traumatized.
Photos.
And they just seem to be walking through, enjoying the everything, and eventually you hear a screech, and everyone seems to start panicking and running and trying to escape. Like the party's fucking over. Everyone's trying to get the fuck out. As you see this sapphire dragonborn, a much larger one, he kind of storms in from some ruins that are at the outskirts of the village, and you can see that he has this corruption kind of eating away at him. He looks kind of sickly and tired and exhausted and angry. But it's not his anger. And the party looks ready to fight him.
Yeah, I'm ditching this. I'm gonna go. Dimitri doesn't have time for this. He's gonna go find her portal. I'm sorry for doing this, by the way. But
Nope, you're good.
He's gonna.
I didn't expect you to stay that long.
Yeah. He's Man, memories, man. Anyways, he's gonna go back through the shimmering, and he's like, "What the fuck is with this place?" Okay, okay. Gotta find the others, and he's just gonna jump to the desert.
Okay, and I will get back to you.
All right,
Idris.
I'm gonna go give me some more tea.
Uh,
Actually, I'm gonna
So
go.
you are exploring. You're trying to figure out exactly where the fuck you are, and I need a perception check.
Look, could I get an advantage of like sniffing or hearing?
No, you could not.
Damn, I tried. I'm shit at perception, so. That's a 5.
Oh boy.
Guess I might be stuck, guys.
It's fine, Idris. You're just a little blind.
I'm
Yeah.
old, okay? I have bad eyesight.
Is it about time we have to get Idris Zach glasses? Like glasses that very
Yes.
awkwardly sit on his little like dog nose.
You
On
know
the end
what?
of it.
I'm just roll again.
No,
Roll again. I
fuck.
roll again.
Whatever happens really depends on me seeing this, huh?
There, Jesus Christ. No, because the
14.
DC is a fucking 10. The DC. Okay,
Idris needs
anyway.
glasses, okay?
So, out of the corner of your eye, you see a flash of yellow.
Idris is gonna turn to it.
And you see this figure draped in a robe of yellow and with a hooded and a mask, and they have a staff. And the second that they see that you are looking at them, they go deeper into the woods.
You know what? Fuck all of you. I'm following the figure.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
As you follow the figure into the woods, it doesn't take you very long before you. Listen, because I had you re-roll, I'm just gonna force you to fail this dexterity saving throw. It doesn't take you very long before you find yourself in a shimmery veil, and you fall.
He's a paladin. Who's gonna
You
fail a
find
paladin?
yourself on the cold floor of the void. You hear in the distance Dimitri, like not understanding what the fuck is going on. Would you like to get up?
Yes.
No, he's gonna sit there and take a nap.
Fuck.
He's tired.
I-
He's sleepy.
Idris is going to approach and kind of see what's going on and kind of like look around.
So, as you you see the same thing as Dimitri with the whole you know, rifts of things. And Dimitri, not Dimitri. You see, as you arrive to Dimitri, you see him hopping into the desert.
What else was there?
It was a village, a forest at night, a forest during the day, a tundra, and a tundra.
Would I recognize the village as like my village?
No, the village. This is in front of you. Your village is behind you. This village is that one village. Warring Drum?
Memories.
Does it have to do with a specific cleric beast?
Nope.
No, the
I
Warring
can't
Drum.
remember.
You weren't there. You
Yeah.
weren't a part of the campaign then. So this was my campaign. This was the first
Oh.
campaign.
Okay.
It was either
When
the
it
first time or
be
the second time they fought Atlas.
It was the second one,
Damn.
Um,
I think.
Considering Dimitri just went into the desert one, I don't think I can really call for him because I don't think he'd hear me.
I mean, you could also
Um,
go into the desert one.
yeah, but that's also kind of, you know,
Sand gets everywhere.
I don't like sand. What about the forest at night?
You heard it like. I mean, it doesn't. There's not much coming from it now,
I mean, just
but
moving.
it
Why
just
not?
seems to be a forest at night.
While Dimitri's checking that one out, I'll check this one out in hopes of us coming back and meeting up.
So as
Okay,
you hop into the forest at night, you find yourself in the middle of the woods at night, obviously, and you you happen to see as you're walking forward a makeshift camp. And sleeping at this camp is a blue dragonborn, a human question mark, and an empty sleeping bag, as well as a couple of drakes sleeping near them.
Of course, you did that one.
Oh, okay. Idris isn't going to fully approach, but he might just like look around from a distance
Are you going to
and
roll
kind of try
stealth?
to. Fuck. I'm really bad at stealth, but I'm gonna try to because I don't
You
want to
might
wake
get a
anyone
kobold
up.
pouncing on you here in about 5 minutes.
Let's hope. I really hope.
He's gonna go for the jugular.
It's a 15. Oh, that's so bad.
He just dies because nothing's around.
Idris,
Oh no.
as you are just kind of, sneaking around, you hear some rustling in the trees above you. Do you look up?
Look up.
You see a very angry red kobold glaring down at you, almost daring you to try something.
Idris is gonna just stare at this thing and like he looks more confused than anything, but he kind of like would just like put his hands up for a second to kind of like show that he's not going to do anything before putting them back down and just still staring at this thing.
And like this kobold, they kind of like they squint their eyes.
I'm still staring at it. Like Idris would probably end up like quietly speaking and he's like, "You're quite peculiar, aren't you?"
Nothing thinks you're peculiar.
Can see movement. Be careful. That's our character. Now I'll shut up.
Idris is just gonna just nod and be like, "That's because I'm not from here."
And nothing like takes a very like nothing takes in a long sniff. And it's like nothing wants to know why you're here.
Time travel. In a way,
The
I
god of
guess.
time is
I'm not
dead.
certain. Your god is. Ours, we don't know where is.
Nothing hisses at you.
Eater's gonna laugh. Because his reaction would just be to just fucking like have a little laugh. And he'd just go, "You aren't very scary, but I'm not here to harm you or your friends. I'm just here to travel through.
And like nothing again, like he squints his eyes and goes, "Nothing will kill you if you cause problems."
Assuming you could, but okay.
Nothing has
With that,
killed two men. Many men.
yes, many. Same as I. It's life. And with that, he's just gonna walk forward.
Towards the camp.
No,
Okay.
not towards the camp.
Might not be the best idea. All things
He's
considering.
walking away from where he came from, and just
Okay.
walking in a yeah.
Nothing like because you're walking along this like this little made up camp just because you're trying to get away from this, and you can tell you're getting stalked by this kobold the entire time.
You just
He's not trying to hide
you,
himself.
you just would just probably be watching back.
He's gone.
Fuck. Well then, that's a 31 on stealth.
Yeah, he's gone. Um, you don't know where he went.
I don't. Anyways, I'm just walking.
Just moving. Um, Eventually you do catch a glimpse of this yellow cloaked figure once more. And again, they seem to be trying to guide you out.
Oh, they're sweet. I'm gonna follow them again.
And again, they guide you out into the void.
And I just fall back down.
Yep.
Um,
Dimitri. Sorry, what are you gonna do?
I was just gonna say that Idris is just going to kind of stand there and wait for the others to come back.
Okay. Dimitri.
I'm in the desert.
I'll get back to you because I realized I was having an order.
Yeah.
Astral and Zill.
Ooh.
Oh my.
What's
What do we
happening?
got? What do we got going on now?
So you guys are continually walking. You've found yourself on a mountain pass. It feels like you're kind of going in circles, just because it seems like this is never fucking ending. But would you like to roll a perception check?
Sure.
Yes.
Would I like to? No. Am I going to? Yes. 19.
Again, you see this glimpse of yellow, and this figure is waiting for you to follow it. Like, it's waiting for you, and the second you see it and you lock eyes with it, it goes down a different path.
Mm.
Ash was like, "I fucking son of a bitch." Yeah, like, so Max,
Zill's
I'm guessing. Oh, go ahead,
Oh, I was gonna say you go first because you're asking a question.
Max. I'm guessing Astral recognizes the pattern of an infinitely looping time loop. Like,
Yeah.
I'm guessing he
Yeah,
recognizes the
same.
pattern, and Astral's like, "Fine." And he's like, "I suppose we should fucking follow that jackass."
Zill's just gonna look at him and shrug and then go, fuck it. And
But
follow.
I love how fucking Zale and Astral are just like, and whatever, man.
No,
So
them paired together is so funny because they're so over everyone's bullshit. They're just sitting there like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, so Astral's gonna follow, and I guess Zale's gonna follow too. I don't know if she is, probably.
Yeah.
He does not look happy about it though. He looks a little perturbed. But he's still going to follow regardless.
So, as you follow, eventually, you see that this realm starts to thin and eventually fades into the void, where you see multiple other rifts like this.
Do we see anyone else? Or are they still in rifts?
You don't quite yet. You may have to walk a little bit, or go through a couple other rifts to get where you need to be.
And that's just like, I suppose we should keep moving.
Max, do I know what part of the void we're in?
Just
Because the big thing is I used to explore literally fucking every corner that I could. So, would I know roughly what direction we should go in?
So, you know that this area of the void, the area that the Void Mother has claimed, and that isn't just completely, owned by someone else, that this is the section between, from what you can tell, this is a bit of the section between Equus, Dova, and Ottawa. More closer to Equus.
Oh no! Oh no, bro! Oh god!
I will say Zill would say that to Astral. Like she would give him that information real quick.
Astral just
as they're
says,
looking around.
Is Equus another dimension of some kind?
Yes. All three of them are different dimensions.
I do not believe I have heard of it. Well, I suppose the only way to go is forward.
Zill would once again silently nod.
So, do we know which one is Equus, or are these all three of them are? Or,
would I know what direction we need to go to get more towards? Where would we be trying to go? Maybe like the center. Of the void. Like, do I know what direction we should go for that?
Yeah, you have a general direction, yes.
Zill's gonna
all three of these portals lead in that direction, or is it just like they both lead in three separate directions?
There is no portals. It's just like a big open area with a bunch of rifts.
Oh,
we're walking through little mini pocket dimensions, basically.
Oh, I thought they were like portals that we walked into the pocket dimensions.
So do you remember during the first Witch Queen mission how Mars had those little pockets that glimpsed back into the Golden Age?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yes, that's basically kind of what it looks like.
Okay. So what do all three of them look like?
So there are more than three, but you're between three dimensions. But so the ones nearest to you, you see a village, that seems to be pretty busy. It's during the day. You see a sorry. Sorry, I got really tired there for a moment. And you see kind of a city that seems to be during the night. You also see another there's a couple of cities. Like you see two that are cities both during the night, but they're different cities. And then you also see I'm like pulling straws at my memory for this one. You see what looks to be a ball of sorts.
Like a dance ball, or just a round ball?
Like a ballroom.
Okay, but just say you just see a ball. Like that's it. It's just a round ball.
You see a chair.
Oh no, a chair.
What chair? What chair, sir? I don't know what you're talking
Someone
about.
remembered.
Hey Max, fuck you.
Anyway.
Is the room about to split apart in the said ball? Are things about to start floating? Is a big scary god about to appear?
You can't tell. It just seems to be a normal ballroom.
Sure.
Is filled with people.
Whatever you say.
So Astral's going to look to Zill and just say, "Well, you are from the void. Do you know which direction we should take?"
Max, you said I do. Which way? Roughly.
So basically, you'd have like there's a way that to like weave in between these that you would take. However, I mean, you could also walk through and into any of them
Yeah.
if you wanted to, because that would be a bit of a shortcut.
So walking through
Which
them would be a shortcut,
direction?
but walking between them would take longer, but we'd get there?
Yes.
Because
Okay.
you don't have to walk
So
like around them, or you can walk straight through them, basically.
So you know that if you went through the village during the day, or if you went through the ball, that could also that they basically would lead you out in the same direction, just kind of a little bit different areas.
Okay.
But you can take either of them.
Zill's gonna. She's
what
gonna
about the
look
city
like
through
she's
the
like.
The one city during the night, it would both the cities during the night, they would take you and put you out in in the direction you're going. It would just take you a little longer to get there.
Oh, fair enough.
Zill's gonna look like she's like with her hands just kind of when you like map out things in the air kind of in like
Mhm.
different directions. She's gonna look like she's doing that before like landing on on the two Max mentioned, and then just being like, we could go through either of those to head towards the center. Similar directions.
Hmm. Well, which one do you want to go through?
Out of character, I want to choose the ballroom because funnies.
Yeah, we can take that way.
Zill's just gonna gesture to the ballroom and go, that's one, I guess. It looks interesting, at least.
I suppose. And he's just going to start walking towards it.
Okay. And you guys enter it. It is obviously a ballroom and a place that you kind of recognize because you went there for a temporary bit. Or no, you didn't go there. You saw Nihilus's fiance and sister there, and it seemed to be a bit more dilapidated. Dilapidated?
Oh, yes. So Astro remember seeing this?
Yes, you remember seeing a more decrepit version, where through the scrying mirror, because it was where Nihilus's and sister and fiance were.
Astro speaks up and he says, "This is a place where Thadarus appeared."
I believe this was his castle.
Yes, it was his castle. I wonder why this specific moment is frozen in time.
And
out of character, Zill knows what went down here, right? Because like Idris was told, so I'm assuming they talked.
Idris was there.
Idris was there. Yeah, no. So Zill's just gonna look around and go, "Well, a lot happened this night, and I mean a lot."
My cousin died.
As you were saying this, you kind of see all of the, or you see a very a very familiar face, a much younger version of her, but you see a very familiar version of Elise dragging a younger version of a person you don't know, but Zill knows, which is Eden.
His corpse.
A dark-haired man who is very pale, like almost like moonlight pale. And she's dragging him off to the side and seems to be frantically telling him something in a semi-hidden place.
The fucking closet.
Zill is kind of like obviously watching the scene because like she knows what went down here, but obviously she's never like seen it. So she's kind of watching with the look of she knows what's like happening.
And eventually, you do catch a glimpse of Yellow right as a person starts descending the stairs in a very fancy trench coat with a staff that seems to just glow in menace.
I remember that staff.
Zill's gonna
I remember a
like
lot
turn
of
away from the scene and just like nod towards like the yellow cloak we saw and just go, we should keep moving.
Yeah, and Astro just says, interesting. And then he's going to turn and start walking after the golden cloaked person, I suppose, or yellow cloak, I guess.
And as you do, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, bro!
Do I get
It'd be funny
advantage
if they
because my
pass
wings
and
are
then the
still
yellow figures-
out?
Sure.
Oh,
Love that.
sorry. It'd be funny if they pass and the yellow figures standing there and then just slowly pushes them into the portal.
What's going on with my rolls today, man? I got a fucking 10.
23.
So, Astral, you start to fall, and you land in the grass,
He's like,
face first.
oh.
Zill, you gracefully land. Your
Uh,
wings little flap as you do.
and Ash
And
was like, oh. He's like, he slowly gets back up and he's like,
My snout.
oh, why is it always the snout?
and as you guys look around, you see what seems to be a hunting village of some kind. You can see tanning racks and like where meat has been put up to dry. It's kind of weird because you see this like kind of weird dome
Oh no!
around
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm trying to remember what this was from.
This is the beginning of my campaign. This is Huntsville.
Oh,
Oh my god. It's like I was like, as soon as Max said hunting village, I'm like, wait, and then he said dome. I'm like, fuck.
I was
Max
wondering why I
asked,
didn't recognize this.
Is it currently nighttime?
It is currently daytime.
Oh.
Oh right, I
That's
forgot
before.
I did that.
Yeah.
And it is currently daytime, and you can kind of see because you're at the edge of the village, and you can see a little ways away. You see this very beginning ragtag adventure group.
God. Don't look at them. We were true friends.
Made up of very tall blue lizard folk, a blue dragonborn, a human question mark, a turtle, and a tiefling. Was that everyone?
Yep.
And they are also kind of being walked out by a dwarf. And as they are being walked out, you see this door close behind them as the dome seals shut once more.
Astral has no fucking context, but I do, and I fucking hate it. So Astral's like, this feels oddly familiar. But I suppose we should keep moving. Like, do we happen to see the yellow person again?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, okay. Another pussy after your work.
I still remember that cleric beast slamming around like what Hulk did to Loki.
Ooh, 28.
God damn it.
Zil, you find your guide easily. Silver,
I'm
you
a little
only catch
distracted
them.
by the dome.
You catch them on the other corner of your eye. Actually, you are so distracted that you are just kind of staring at this dome. You're trying to figure out what it's made of, and you realize that it's a giant disintegrate spell.
Ooh. I just want to say,
Anyway.
Astral's taking the phrase "if it meets, it beats" to heart today.
Exactly.
He's taking it to heart right now.
Damn, I have good bonuses, but I've been rolling like a 2 and a 4 on the dice this whole fucking session. So, like Astral,
Uh,
he's gonna kind of like write some notes down about the dome, but then he's gonna like look to Zill and just say, "Have you located our friend?"
She's just gonna go, yeah, he's over there, and just point the direction he went, and then turn to start walking.
And he's going to follow.
And again, you're kind of greeted by this this person standing there like an NPC, waiting for you to
He's just
catch
doing a
up.
standing emoji. Just doing a
Um,
He's not
standing
well,
supposed
emoji.
to be
actually-
self-aware that he's an NPC.
Well, this one is more so like this one's a bit more like annoyed, kind of like he's standing there with his arms crossed. You can see that his foot is tapping a little bit, and the second that you guys lock eyes, he's gone. He's going to lead you through more.
And Astra's like, "Oh, sorry, I did not realize you were on a fucking time crunch."
And eventually you guys find your way out and are plopped out into the void. And I'm gonna move on to Dimitri.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Dimitri, you are in a
Desert.
desert.
We haven't really done a lot of this.
It's deserty.
Dimitri's like, well, that's sand. Dimitri looks around like, is it just a fucking desert? And
He's
and
not
he can't
here. You feel the ground kind of rumble a bit.
I'm going to Earth stance. What's beneath me? What do I
A
feel?
very, very large creature.
Dimitri's just going to start flying up at an angle.
And as you can tell, like you can see it now as it basically sleuths through the sand, like as if it's water, and it breaches just enough so you can see it's massive, almost looks eyeless for a couple moments before you realize that it has this it has very tiny eyes, and it has this triangular kind of shaped head and a very goblin shark-esque mouth. And you can tell it is much bigger than what it is seeing, because it kind of it lifts its head out of the thing to kind of snap at you before it dives back under the sand. I'll send you a photo of what it looks like.
I feel like you're referencing something, but I don't know if it's in the campaign or not. Huh.
Out of character, is this what we fought? I don't think it is, but is this the weird desert in Silver's World? Never mind then.
No.
Okay.
No, because that was different.
Because that's the only that's the only desert I have in memory.
This
that I was
one,
trying to
if
ask.
you guys mention, I will definitely get sued.
Oh.
Because because I'm making, a reference to a certain person's campaign who's not here right now.
Ah. Okay.
Wait just a goddamn second. Is this a Star Wars reference?
Damn it, Silver. Yes. Dimitri, you are on Nexus. You are on a planet on Nexus.
Okay, we could say the word Star Wars.
Yeah, you can.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
yes,
but tread carefully saying that word.
Did you ask
Disney,
Trey? What was
Disney
up
would
with-
be like.
No, since his campaign is a Star Wars campaign, this is a creature that is resident to a planet that I don't think we've gotten to in his campaign. But still.
Whatever. Anyways, Dimitri's like, odd, but whatever. And then he's just going to start pick a direction, and then he's just gonna fly.
And as you're flying, you see yourself getting waved down by the golden cloaked being.
He just looks.
He has glow sticks, and he's raving.
He just looks practically invisible next to the sand.
Well, considering he would, but the sun is making him stick out like a sore thumb.
Dimitri's gonna dive down there. It's like, okay, I have questions, and you're gone. I assume he's gone.
Yep.
Is he?
Yes.
And Dimitri's gonna follow.
And you find yourself popping out of the void, or popping out into the void, just as Astral, Zil, and Idris are.
Oh,
And
hello. There.
all of you are getting guided by a different, like a golden cloaked figure.
So we just so happened to get the rude one. Oh my god.
It flips
Okay,
off Astral and
I
Zil
think that's fair though, because we're the only ones that ignored him. The rest of them just immediately were like, "Oh, new dude." We were the first ones to be like, "Yeah, let's not acknowledge the random fucking stranger in the void."
Yeah, like it's
Which,
just
like,
because
we didn't know it was his job. We were just trying to mind our own business.
Yeah, I thought he was just a part of the time loop. I didn't know he was actually just there.
I thought he was either that or just like a random void creature. To which I was like, mind your business. I mind mine, you mind yours. But like, no, sorry, we interrupted his job. Our bad.
He's getting paid by the hour, man, and he just
We
wants to go
wasted
home,
his time.
Okay?
My
No,
bad.
he gets commission, and we ruined his commission. So Ash was gonna like look around and just say, "Oh, so I guess we were all heading to the same place. That's good."
I
at
nearly
least."
got eaten by a worm creature again.
They're leading us towards the center, so that is good.
What did you guys see?
Are these?
Out
Were
of character,
they,
Max, do I
suppose?
know who they are or like what they are?
You have a familiar feeling with them.
So like they are void, just to double check.
Yes.
Can I tell what class? Because there's different classes of void. Can I tell?
I mean, you can. It's like once they were it was like at one point, yes, they were a void walker, but it's kind of like a very distant past.
This is their retirement. They retired from being a void walker, and now they're just a guy that walks around with a stick.
After he asked, Zill's just kind of gonna be looking at them and like processing in her brain, and she goes, "I think they used to be void walkers, such as I."
And eventually, like these three figures, they kind of walk towards each other, and they basically walk into each other, and they turn into a ball of light for a few moments before it unravels into a white string. And
Do I
seems
know
to
what
lead
this
you.
is? What the fuck?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All of us?
Yes, you.
All of us?
Wait, all of us are just Zill?
Just so.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I have to ask questions. 16.
You feel like there's something you're missing. It's a very unfamiliar feeling. Like, this shouldn't be something you're feeling. Because, I mean, you're what you are. Nothing should be able to screw with your head or take things away. Unless it was something much bigger than you. Maybe something that has the answer.
You motherfucker!
Anyway.
You dickhead.
No, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you so aggressively. I don't like you right now.
Love you too.
This is the first time I ever heard
Nah, Max,
Kirsten
you're my
like
best friend, and I love you, but I don't like you very much right now. Oh my.
Kirsten's flabbergasted. Holy shit!
No, cause Anyway.
I mean, would you like to roll a history check so you can see if you can
Yes!
pry?
Yes, I would. I really would. I would like that so much. 21.
You vaguely remember working with Fate, and as you were sitting there taking a commission from her, you remember seeing a couple figures standing next to her, two other figures standing next to her, each one looking different. Except you can't exactly make them out. However, you can make out the slightest gold cloak of one.
What is this? The strings of fate?
Yes,
some
that's
shit.
quite physically what the fuck I think this is.
Didn't think the metaphor would be real. Holy shit.
Pulling a Hercules on us. Or
Zill's just
I'm kidding.
gonna kind of just look a little confused for a second, as if she's thinking, and then just mumble, more so under her breath, but loud enough they could probably hear, because it's probably really quiet here. And she's just gonna go, Fate?
And
Confused.
the strings kind of converge for a they start to converge once more, and they make a figure. This figure is wearing a dull yellow cloak of different shades, and their arms seem to be like shadows almost, as you see some strings kind of coming off of them, and in their palms they have holes, and on the edge of these holes it is white, where it seems like they create this string. And they kind of they have a very human. They kind of have a human face from what you can see. However, it is mostly covered by a hood and a scarf.
Do I recognize this as Fate?
You recognize this as the person who sat next to Fate. Who's one of the people who sat next to Fate.
Zoe would just kind of look at them, and then under her breath, the party would hear her mumble, "Not Fate."
Dimitri's gonna slightly wave awkwardly.
And this person is just going to kind of
give them the middle finger. I'm kidding.
I mean, they do give a little wave back, though it's awkward. They're just kind of like, what are you doing?
Dimitri doesn't know what he's doing either. It's okay.
The Astro's going to speak up, and he's going to say, "And who exactly are you?"
They do not answer. They don't speak. They
Great.
only just kind of... They seem to... They weave some strands of this magical string into their hand, and they pull it taut.
Zill is gonna...
Stunning.
Zill's gonna turn to Astral and go, I do not know who they are personally, but I know they work with Fate. I've seen them when I've met with Fate before.
Isn't that the asshole that ambushed us as soon as we left the Mimic?
Out of character, was it? Was that Fate?
It was both Fate and Fear. Fear's the one that actually
Yes.
attacked us, but Fate's like, oh hey, nothing you do matters, bitch. You just left.
See you later, stinky.
Yes.
See you later, stinky.
At that, Zill's gonna be like, yeah, it was, though. That's really out of character for her. I'm assuming that's just some other worldly shit going on there.
Okay, now Astra's going to be like, so, is your name Strand?
And you see this person kind of like just rub their face.
But I apologize, but I'm just trying to get I feel like it's rude if I don't know your name, so I was just asking.
Max, would I have any like context of who works with Fate and who this could be?
Um, let me think. Roll another history check with disadvantage because you're kind of going against your
Grasping at
something.
straws.
I'm really good at grasping at straws.
Oh, I broke it.
Why did
18.
never mind?
Oh, that would have been a
Nat
nat 20. That would
Oh
have
my
been a
God.
nat 20. Oh my god. Still an
Get
18
dumped
though.
on.
You have you kind of have the you feel the name kind of sitting like on the tip of your tongue. You can't quite recall it. And it's just it's there.
Max, if I guess it out of character, will you give it to me? So I
Yes.
think I have an idea. I was gonna guess like the Weaver or something like that. Or
No.
something similar. No.
I mean her name does mean spinner.
Gotta love the weave.
Wait.
The fuck up.
Wait, is her name Weave?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I was making a joke.
She kind of like grabs the fabric of her thing and kind of like points it out as if like she's trying to give you the first part of her name.
Max, there's no way her name is quite literally the Greek word for spinner. Cause if it's the word clotho, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god.
Is it Clotho?
Yes, it's the Greek word for spinner. Because I was like, that's too on the nose. That's too obvious.
Clotho is the name of one of the three fates.
Yeah. Zill's gonna think for a second.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I was like, wait a fucking minute. But Zill's gonna stop and think for a second and before like turning to her and go, "You're Clotho, right? One of fates."
And she nods.
And then Ash was like, "Yeah, we finally have a name." Like, and Ash just says, so, Clotho, I suppose we should thank you for helping us get through the void. Or get through most of it."
And as you're kind of doing this, she kind of just motions for you to follow the string that she has set out. I'm kind of passive aggressively.
She's like, "Fucking walk." And like, Ash was like, "Well, she hasn't steered us wrong so far, so I suppose we don't have a reason to mistrust her."
Zill is just going to give her a little like a nod of respect, like one of those, like a little nod of respect, and say a quick thanks before just starting to follow it. Zero hesitation.
Astro was already he's already gonna start following it, so
I guess Dimitri's following because he has nothing else to do.
Look at you.
Look at you.
Being such a good follower.
Ooh.
Is he just coming?
Dimitri doesn't feel right after the whole thing you showed, so.
Is Eli still here?
I would assume he just is coming.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
you good?
here. What happened?
We're just asking if Idris was going to follow the party.
We're
I
following
assume
a
so. I'll be honest.
yeah, we're following a string of fate that one of the fates laid out for us.
Yeah, sorry. I took a step away to check my blood sugar just because of reasons.
Yeah.
So I had no clue what happened up to this point.
So
But
good.
yes, Idris would follow.
Good.
Good.
What happens if I don't? Now I'm tempted to stay.
I don't think you want to do that.
Because he
I'm not
already had it
going
up to
to.
here
I'm
with
tempted.
certain someone.
Are you,
She's
are
on
you
a
pointing
pay
at
grade.
me?
Well, it's two people, so like.
Yeah. The string is leading you to your doom.
Doom.
So I guess we're all following. I mean, unless Idris wants to stick around.
He's gonna follow.
All right. I mean, we could leave him to his fate. All right.
Huh?
Get the fuck out of here.
I thought you liked puns. Okay. So
I
as
like
we're
puns.
as
And
we're
I make
moving
some.
along, do we see anything different?
Nope, you just kind of see the same riffs. You see a couple, like, you see little, like, above you in the vast darkness. You see these little glimpses of light flying through, and a couple of them go crash land somewhere in the elsewhere in the void.
Hmm. All right.
Max, do I know what those are?
Those are people traveling, or things
Mm,
getting grabbed by Ottawan.
mm.
And the things that crash land are the creatures that are unlucky and end up in the void.
I would like to say the party has never seen Zil more at peace. She looks extremely comfortable and confident. Like, she's always looked pretty confident, but like she looks so comfortable just walking.
Dimitri doesn't see the difference.
Astro doesn't notice a difference, but he's like, you know what? She's at peace. I'm just not gonna bother her.
She's
She
at
seems like
home. She's home after thousands
So,
upon thousands of years.
then I'll say something. So Dimitri's gonna say, "So, what did you guys see, if you don't mind me asking?"
Well, Zed and I, we saw halflings speak.
Mm-hmm.
To give you context, Demetrius, it is where we all met as a party.
Oh,
Though it is the present day halflings peak, it seems. It has been completely abandoned after it was decimated by the Valkyries.
and what are the Valkyries?
Some kind of ancient guardians who got really pissed and started to kill a lot of people. But it turns out that was just a cover for Corsandus.
I see.
It's a very long story.
I'll either pick it up or someone will tell me all about it later, but probably not now.
We also saw a strange town.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a forest that I found to be familiar somehow, and was surrounded by a shimmering white dome.
I see.
Like, other than that, I can't remember what we saw. Did we see anything else, Kirsten? Did we see anything else besides
The
that?
ball.
Oh, right,
Belarus's
the ball.
castle. Before
Yeah,
that.
It's spherical.
We also saw what appeared to be Tharus's castle before it was destroyed.
Huh. I've heard that name from somewhere.
He was an old god. He died
Yeah,
a
not
little over
here
10
though.
years ago. Mm.
Alright.
I believe there are other Thaluses in multiple dimensions, so would not surprise me.
Not that I know of, but who knows?
What did all of you see?
I was home on the day that I could have changed something.
I see.
Then I saw a tundra of middle of a country called Ashiris. Saw a group of adventurers fighting a sapphire
Wait.
dragonborn.
Shit, that is in Dover, correct?
Correct. I don't suggest going to the center of it. You will die.
I have heard. I have been there. Well, not to the center, but I have been to Ashiris.
I've actually been near the center.
Surprised nothing didn't try to kill you.
I do not believe nothing was in that party at the said time.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's funny.
What did she say?
Like, so you said you're surprised nothing didn't try to kill you? Like,
Yeah.
and you said, and Zill said, like, well, nothing wasn't in the party at the time. I just thought that was
Theresa
funny.
looks confused.
And like, as and Master just says, I feel like we're talking about two different things here.
Yeah, I think we are too. Then
Is this one of those multi-dimensional, there's multiple of one person and multiple dimensions and multiple similar situations thing?
No, I
'Cause I
believe he
hate
was
that.
actually. I believe he was using the term "nothing" as to represent that there was. I don't. I have to use the word again. There was nothing there to actually attack you. Like nothing tried to kill you.
Oh!
Not.
because
Not.
if
Oh, said the party I was there, they have a kobold theme, nothing.
Well, that's
It's
redundant.
confusing. Yes. I do not know if that is his actual name, but
I've never met a kobold like that.
I never met him, but I overheard
Idris,
stories.
you're getting flashbacks.
I am.
Yes,
'Cause
the
you-
kobold you met.
because you met
Then
nothing like 5 minutes ago.
I
So I was
saw.
like,
Oh,
because
good.
I wasn't listening too much, but I think if I remember hearing, you met nothing as the party was camping outside the woods, like that they had just gotten
Yeah.
out of, and Idris would have not had a good time if he stayed around.
Let's see. There was a Resh.
He would have had to deal with like 17th level party members.
Yep.
So
It was no, it was right before we got into the meteor fight. It was when
Oh,
nothing
okay.
scared off the Timberwolf, so I believe
Yeah.
it was only Aresh and Cronin and nothing
Cronin.
there.
Well, still, Idris would have
Yeah,
been fucking demolished.
still. I mean, they're
yeah,
the
it was
drakes were
funny.
there.
Anywho, Dimitri then says, then I saw in a different one, I saw a party fighting a exhausted, almost corrupted looking sapphire dragonborn. Then I went through a different one that was I was going in and out of all of them. Then a desert, then I finally found the golden person.
Is that person following us, or are they just staying back there?
I mean, you can see the string of fate. You cannot see them.
Oh, okay. So Ash was just like, but I wonder why they would help us. It seemed that fate was out to get us.
I'm just wondering why they have stuff from Dova.
Well, Altawan is known for stealing things from other dimensions.
Ah.
The
It's not a
magic
very
here is-
stable dimension.
Yes, the magic here is
Ah.
extremely unstable. It
Oh.
jumps into other dimensions very easily.
In fact, it
Uh,
even prevents the gods from leaving this dimension.
Oh.
If they do, it might shatter it.
I'm guessing the gods from here then.
Well, I didn't say they couldn't come here.
Fair.
Gods certainly can come here, but I do not believe they would be allowed to leave.
Demetrius
It's a little
seems to be
complicated.
Demetrius seems to be side glancing at that, and he's like, oh, okay.
Okay, like, if you heard that, Eli, you need to clean your fucking ears out, because I don't think any of us said that. I don't think any of us actually said that.
Silver, Silver,
You
you
said
literally said it.
gods can come.
Oh, right,
You're
right,
like,
right.
the gods can come here. I was like, I heard come.
Well, I am the sperm of the moment cum
Meanwhile,
horse, so you know.
meanwhile, here's Demetrius slightly sweating at hearing that,
I
thinking
even
he's
have
trapped.
I have a role in this server called cum horse, so you know, I would know. But, so, Asher's asleep. But it's still very confusing. I do not know why Fate would... As Zil has said, it was very out of character for Fate.
Well,
Things happen.
it was out of character for her with the way she was after we got out of the spire.
She did not directly attack us, but she basically sicked fear on us.
Mm, Fear mostly does as they please.
But
So-
still, they were obviously working together.
A thing named fear, or something of the embodiment of
The
that.
literal embodiment of fear.
Like the sentient creature
The
fear.
concept of fear.
Sounds like something from Dovo that demon would probably encompass, or something like that.
Out of character, Max, other than that situation, have I ever run into fear before?
No, not really.
No.
He
Do
probably
I
doesn't give a shit.
know? Do I know, like, have any idea why Fate and Fear might have been working together? Or, like, if they knew each other closely at all?
Not at all. It is very
Be fu-
weird.
Be
Mhm.
funny if Fear was just visiting. It's like, oh, people I can fuck up. Yay.
It seems like this war is starting to create unlikely alliances.
I will be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Fate and Fear being friends. I've known Fate for a very long time. I've worked for her. Never once has she ever mentioned Fear to me. I've never
Well,
met Fear other than that point. I vaguely knew of
Leaders.
them.
Perhaps if we...
Go
Okay.
ahead, Eli.
What were you saying, Eli?
I was just gonna say that Idris was gonna speak up and just go, well, maybe there's more than what meets the eye right now. There could be something that we don't know.
Well, we know that's
That's
why we're trying to. That's why we are trying to
Well-
speculate.
Maybe speculating might not be enough.
Well, we got
Because
to
it
start
could
somewhere.
be anything.
We cannot just sit here and not think about it.
Max,
Well, we
would
could
the current
continue forward.
string
We are.
I assume
walking.
I assume we're walking and talking. So
Yeah.
Aegis,
Max,
we are. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eli.
Kirsten.
excuse
Was-
me?
Kirsten, that's Kirsten.
Excuse me? No, I was gonna ask. So it's like, obviously one of the fates, like not the previous one we talked to, but it's like this one is like helping us. Is that on character for the fates? Like helping us
Yes.
down? Okay. Okay. After like that back and forth moment, Zilla is just going to just like gesture to the string we're following and just be like, well, this is much more on character for fate. So I'm hoping everything is okay with her.
Question, and this is Dimitri saying this, by the way. Are there more than one fate, or is it just
There
a
are
whole
three.
thing? Okay.
There are 3 fates, though I mainly interacted with just one of them.
That one's name is Clotho.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps if we ever meet Clotho again, we can ask them why the they do not know the other fate's name, but why they were acting so out of character.
Well, I mean, until now, you guys didn't really like. So now it's clear as day. Yes, this world has 3 fates, but like, it's a bit strange, as if someone was kind of like, erasing those memories, as if of all of the other 2 fates. So this world was just convinced it only had 1 fate.
Would I recognize that as like something changed, or is it just I was never informed there was 3? I only ever entered with 1. Which
It's
feeling
more
is
of
that?
just like you were reminded of something, and interacting with this fate has reminded you that there are 3 fates.
Okay.
But it's like something had gone through and just, like I said earlier, it's like something had gone through and just removed and plucked the other two's, your memories of the other 2 out of your head.
Hey, Max, I need to do something.
It's not.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
So I worked with the one of the other fates, the one I talked to the most, the one I thought was the only fate, a lot. Did I ever
Mhm.
learn her actual name?
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
Oh my.
Would I be able to help Zoe since I'm
No.
proficient in history? Damn it. I tried.
You're not old enough. Haha.
20.
Oh, dirty 20.
The one time I'm young.
30, 20. I don't think that has to do with the age. It just means you've never been a powerful enough creature to interact with the fates. Which sounds so mean, but I mean like a celestial. I
Atropos.
don't think that has to do with age.
What'd you say?
What, Max?
Atropos.
Atropos?
That's another one of the
Did I
fucking Greek mythology, you son of a bitch.
did I pronounce that right? Atropos? Atropos?
Atropos.
Atropos with a P.
Atropos.
Yeah. Pos. People call her Pos for short.
Okay.
Inflexible. The one who cuts the strings.
And what was the last one?
Though it's Atropos, it means inflexible. It is the one
Okay.
who cuts the strings.
Okay, I thought you were saying like the last one. Like last one was like inflexible or whatever the fuck you said. I thought that's what you
No.
were trying to say.
Just realized something.
So
Up
wait,
until this
if
point. Oh,
go ahead,
you go.
you can go for it.
I was gonna do an
Well,
in-character thing, so
this
if
was
you're
an out of
asking
character
questions.
thing, so go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say, okay. Well, Zoe was just gonna just say up until this point, the only fate I had ever interacted with was Atropos.
That means so Max, does like in this world, does her name actually mean that? Like mean cutting the strings, or is it just
It
kind of
means
or is it just
inflexible.
her name?
Yeah, it means inflexible.
Okay, well I'm just asking because I don't know if it actually means that's what she does. I don't know if I just wanted to make sure because sometimes the names are weird.
Mm.
And it's like, so she cuts the strings of fate.
Yes. I used to work for her. I would only ever really speak to her.
Wouldn't it be in character for her to try and kill us then?
No, she is bound by the rules of fate, just as the other ones are. She is actually extremely helpful. It is just her job to cut the strings when necessary.
So she decides when people die.
Max, can you do something? Can you please do something?
Oh.
I think
Oh,
I think I know what Eli's clicking in his head. Maybe it's something that Max said.
I'm just gonna
Something-
have say that Zoe responded with kind of. It's more complicated than that, but yes.
Eli, DM me what you DM Max. I want to know what's going on.
no.
No, don't.
No.
Nunya. I don't even know if I'm right, but I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna smile and nod.
It's just like something is not adding up here.
I
Out of
will take
character,
DMs
Max,
in a second.
is
Could
it
this-
weird for the fates to be in the void?
Considering that Clotho used to be a void person, I mean, it's a bit because she's not anymore, and she, should be where the fates typically are. However,
They're having a disagreement right now. One of them stole the last.
They fought and they decided they needed to take a break.
One of them stole the last chicken nugget, and none of them are confessing.
I saw the last slice of pizza. But I was just like, speaking of which, why is this fate even here? Not necessarily in the void, but why are they helping us? What do they stand to gain?
Maybe she's just trying to make sure we follow the path.
Well, with you here, we would have gotten there regardless.
I don't mean the path through the void, I mean the path of our fates in general. Making sure we don't dilly-dally, I guess.
There's something more going on here. What about the last fate? Do you know anything about them?
Max, do I know her name? Out of character? Because I know as a player, but it's like... Would I put two and two together after remembering the second one?
He's debating. Oh, he's rolling. Oh no. Oh.
No, you don't remember.
Oh.
I can't roll, but it's my brain.
Fine. roll another history check with disadvantage.
Max,
Okay.
Max, you are
19.
you're feeding this behavior, Max.
Uh-huh.
You're not supposed to do that.
This one's a bit harder to remember. You
Why
get
are
the
you
meaning.
enabling him?
You get the meaning before you kind of get the name, and the meaning is a lotter.
A lotter?
It's someone to like draw out.
T.
It means to like draw something out, to pull something,
Yes.
basically. Yeah. Would I get the name though afterwards?
No, you just get the meaning.
No. Okay. I don't remember why I need that information, but good to know. I had an in-character thing to do with that. Don't remember.
I guess it's a lotter of information.
Guys,
Get out.
I have a question real quick. Max, I have a question real quick.
Yes, what's up?
Kirsten laughed. That's all that matters.
Does Kirsten share this information?
Does
No, not Kirsten. Zill. My bad, Zill.
Not yet. No.
Fucking okay. God damn it.
Suck it. No info for you.
I'm not gonna do it.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, you guys could tell she's like thinking to herself, because obviously this is weird for her. But
eventually.
We're just I was gonna say we're just continuing down the path, Max. Whatever you want.
Eventually. I was waiting for everyone to get their wigglies out. But eventually you come to a garden. Eventually, the landscape starts to shift and shape into dark plants and twisted vines. A couple, strange looking creatures that are coughing up acid on plants in some sad attempt to water them. Anyway.
Do I know this garden? Isn't this my mom's garden?
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
No, because I know this is like safe zone. I know this is safety.
And like Zil, like even like one of the void cleansers that was trying to water the plants kind of comes up to you and it nudges your hand
The
for
plants
attention.
are like screaming for help.
Zil would just immediately, like any of the void cleansers that would walk up, she just immediately start like petting them and giving them affection. Just like as we're following this string.
You see the plant go. It just starts coughing like.
Good thing Oric's not here. You probably hear them scream for mercy, either for death or help. One of the two.
All right. So now we're obviously in like the center of the void, like the void garden,
Mhm.
right? Okay. Do we happen to see a familiar tree? Just asking.
I mean, yes, you do happen to see like at the center of this garden, you see a massive, like a huge tree that it has an eye that's kind of placed on top of it. In the, like right before the branches split off too far, there's an eye kind of embedded and it watches you.
Astra like kind of glances at the tree, he's like. And
I'm out of character. I'm guessing that's the first mimic or something.
yes,
Yes.
it is.
Of course it is. That fucker.
Do we happen? Well, like, do we know what the Void Mother looks like? Because she appeared on the fucking material plane. Does she happen to be around?
She does not.
Okay. And so Ash was gonna turn to Zil and be like, "Do you know a way back to the material plane from here?"
Out of character, Max, do I? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
However, you are missing like 3 party members.
Yeah.
All right, we're missing Zon. Well, no, not Zon and Orca. We're missing Finn.
Well, not 3 party
Argyle.
members, 3 people, NPCs. And Finn
Oh
isn't
yeah,
counting because Finn is already here.
Argyle. Yeah, Argyle.
Oh, Finn.
Oh my
Theo,
god, my
and...
child. Where's my kid?
Wait,
No.
wait.
No, we left the kids at the house. The kids are at the house,
wait.
actually.
We're missing
Sorry.
Argyle. We're missing Argyle, Theo, and the other one. I can't remember her name.
Lady Duvain.
Lady Duvain. That's
Lady
what it was. It's like, wait, what are Queen Theo, Argyle, and Lady Duvain?
Argyle should be fine, of course, but I have no idea where the other two would be, or where they could have gone off to.
Should we wait for them here?
Max, is there any way I could contact Argyle from here?
I mean, if you cast the spell Message, it works as long as you're on the same plane of existence. But I don't know.
Sending, though.
Well, no, I mean sending. Yeah, it's sending. It works as long as you're on the same plane of existence. But with the void, it might be all fucky wucky. So I don't know.
That's why I'm asking.
I mean, yeah, you could
like...
use like sending or something.
Okay, Zill's gonna use sending to like contact Argyle, or attempt to if he's here.
You get a message back basically saying that he will be there soon. He just kind of got in a bit of a debacle.
You get in a fist fight with Queen Theo. Oh yeah.
Zill's gonna turn. Zill's gonna turn to Astral and be like, "Argyle is on his way." He said. I'm assuming he has the other two with him because he didn't say anything.
Very well. I suppose we can wait here then.
The debacle being named Theo.
Yeah. Like Theo was just like, it's so pretty.
I will say the gardens are extremely safe, so none of you have anything to worry about. Just ignore the acid plants.
Demetrius is going to ask question. What's with the tree?
Oh, that is the first mimic. This party got stuck in it a while back for little under a year.
If I am correct, the Void Mother keeps it as a sort of pet.
Oddly enough, not one of my mother's weirdest pets.
And Astro kind of looks around at all the Void Cleansers. I have noticed.
Reminds me
Actually,
of my
these are more
sister's
like children to her. I would be careful calling them pets. She says as she continues to pet them.
I mean, you do hear like the sounds of something gnawing on bones in the distance, so
He's teething. That's what Kirsten's probably gonna say. He's teething. No,
Oh,
baby.
baby's first murder.
Oh, his first consumption.
Look, baby's taking his first life.
He's absorbed his first soul.
Oh, look at him.
So I asked her, like, is there a place where we can rest for the time being, or do we just stand here?
I mean there
Um,
is like a set dining table.
Yeah. Think
Oh
like
no, the
Alice in
dining
Wonderland.
table.
I was gonna say, think like Alice in Wonderland garden, like the tea dining table in the middle of the garden. It's kind of that energy with that stuff. Just much more goopy and creepy.
Please, for the love of God, tell me no one's going to start singing Happy Birthday.
No, why would someone start singing Happy Birthday?
They're singing happy birthday and you just wanna lay down and cry.
I read it in a book once.
One of my sisters told me about that, and I immediately hated it.
Astro's just gonna kind of like make his way over to the dining table. Like, is there food on it?
Not the
Yes?
kind
Question
you
mark?
would kind of want to eat.
But like, he's not gonna eat it. I was just asking if there was. But Astro's just gonna like sit down on one of the chairs and just kind of chill for a little bit. Kind of like not like sit like how you would when you're about to eat at a dining table, but kind of like pull it out and turn it to the side to use it as like a regular chair and just sit in it for a little while. He's like, it's probably a little weird because it's probably a chair made for humanoids.
Yes, it is.
So he's just like, then I suppose we shall wait for the time being. Though I
Actually,
sincerely hope that time does not pass differently here. Although, no,
Oh,
it's
it
like it
definitely
does. Faster or slower?
Max?
It depends on the week.
Yeah, no, that's why that's why Zill does not know her age in like Mortal Realm years. Literally depends on the week, if not the day sometimes.
So this
The
realm
hour.
is pure chaos, is what I'm hearing.
It is the void. So
That
yes.
does not answer my question. It's just like, anyway.
oh, good. Dimitri then says, I actually have a question for any one of you. What do you know about exalted elements while we have a time to like sit down and wait?
They are from what I know, they're sort of a higher tier
They are.
of elements that already exist. Basically, fire that burns hotter than fire, ice that's colder than any ice you've ever seen, etc.
Ishiris is made out of the colder ice. Well, the middle of it. That's why most people instruct you not to go there, because those who have went there never came back. It's because either the creatures that lived there got to them or they froze to death.
I see.
I'm just trying to relearn them. Whenever I got to this dimension, I seemed to forgot.
How unfortunate.
Yeah,
Well,
very.
seeing as how unstable magic is in this realm, it kind of makes sense.
Well,
It wasn't.
exalted elements are not typically magic.
The thing is, it wasn't the dimension that did it. It was some woman said
That
something
makes
that
a
my
little more
mother
sense.
pissed her off or something, and I was very confused.
So Tara's like, I was there.
Good.
Anyway,
Describe this woman, please. I'm just curious.
She had some white clothing, 3 eyes on her face, while multiple eyes were floating around her. And she looked at me with a face of absolute disgust.
Max, would this description mean anything to me?
I mean, you do know of someone who has 3 eyes and has a bunch of eyes that are on some rings that float around them, but you're not sure if they're the same person.
I'll be honest. I was so tempted that when we said looked at me with disgust, I was would be like, I don't blame her. I mean, fuck, look at you.
Oh my god. Zoe
Of
would
course,
kind of
her
think
first
for a
reaction is to
second,
listen.
and she's just gonna kind of mumble to herself.
Do you know someone like that?
I know of someone who looks similar, though
Can
not sure if they're the
you
same person.
conjure something that will look like her, like a spell or something, or do you got a picture of her?
Do you have prestidigitation?
Can I just use
Minor
minor
illusion?
illusion?
Yeah, you can. Hold on. I'll post a photo.
I
Okay.
swear to God, Max, if
Is
Zil knows this bitch,
It's in an NPC.
I was in it, no mic.
Okay.
I swear to God, if Zil listens, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
I forgot about the wings. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, this is a much more like twisted version of the one that you kind of ran into, but as if she's much more powerful now.
Bro really pulled up old Zil void creature
Like,
concept art.
I'm guessing Astral does not recognize this at all.
No.
Figured. He tends to stay away from gods or godly shit. So
Dimitri just stares like, yeah, her. I did nothing
Max,
to her, not to
out
my
of character,
knowledge.
do I know her name? Or like, do I remember her name? And who or what she is?
You Sorry, hold on. I gotta look at something real quick.
Okay.
No, Max, I didn't think anyone of that someone like Zil would know.
Karen, do you remember what I named her? Because I'm pretty sure I remember what I named her, but I'm not confident.
I know you put her in DMs. 1 second.
I'm scrolling.
Sorry, I thought a dog locked themselves in the bathroom. But
Help.
I don't know if
Help.
you pinned her or not. Wait, we could probably.
I've locked myself in the shit room. It smells really bad in here.
Oh wait, okay, yeah, found her. Though, I don't think. Yeah, there wasn't a name. I mean, but I found her picture in our DMs. Oh, I just remembered who she was with. Anyways.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I was right. Okay, so, yes, Zil, you remember her name being Mitski.
Nitsky? Do I remember? Do I know like what she is?
No. Well,
all I
yes,
gotta say
actually.
is I don't like how much she looks like Zill's void form. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, yes and no. So you know that she has a connection to the thing that is kind of like, keeping you under the void for the most part for a long period, for long term.
Fuck.
Is it
And
me or
she
did
Shake you to
Max
that
just-
bitch.
You remember that when you met her, she was very angry and very vengeful, and she seemed to be, almost like a piece of, like, she seemed to have like a glow, like she was like a piece of the moon. Hence the name Mitski. It means full moon or
I thought you
beautiful
said
moon.
Nitsky with an N.
Mit.
Oh, okay, it's
Mitski.
Nitsky.
Max,
Like something you wear. Mitt.
is she, to my memory, could I ever feel any connection of her to the void?
No.
Okay.
She was. I mean, you knew that. You also
Okay.
knew that she kind of has. She's from Dova, so. Or
Okay,
was
okay.
from Dova at one point.
Okay. After showing it, she'll just like close the illusion and just go, her name is Mitski. I know she is from Dova and connected to some dark things here. But other than that, I do not know much.
Never met her before. And my mother never leaves the Nine Hells, so I don't know what my mother would have done to her.
I do not know. She was very angry when we met.
Apparently, she took the anger out on me, and I have nothing besides my life, which isn't really anything. But oh well.
Anyway, after a bit of some deep conversations, I'll allow you guys to take a short rest.
Oh,
Yeah, I got my key points back. Hooray!
I need to roll for
I had to roll some
HP.
dice.
I get
And
some
after a
HP
bit,
back.
you hear the noise of someone approaching, and you see what looks to be Argyle. Like, you see Lady Duvain floating next to Argyle very peacefully, while Argyle is carrying Theo by the scruff of her armor.
So, but I wanted to pet it.
I kind of felt like she was going to get dragged.
And that is where we're ending session.